And we're live. There we go. Sweet.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
All right.
You really like to bash people in the head with the start of it. You don't want to lead them
Yes.
in. No, fucking
No,
going
do
now.
Do not go gentle like a night. No, we're just going for it. All
All
right,
right, Seth, what's up?
everybody.
What's up, man?
Not much.
What is this? Who are we?
Welcome to the Broke Ass Music Podcast. I am your host, Seth Arp, and through the computer, sitting somewhere in an apartment in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, is Zach Westcott.
Through time and space, man. We found each other. We came back. We were in the void. We were lost in the void. That's a good album title. I'm sure it's been used.
Probably.
But we're back. We made it.
We found each other.
We forged on.
Yep.
So, Mr. Arp, what the hell have you been listening to for 2 months?
Oh my god.
Right?
Well, mostly just the new Nothing But Thieves album.
When did that come out?
The very beginning of February, I want to say. And like that's literally like all I've listened to the past month. Little bits here sprinkled here and there, a little bit of Queens of the Stone Age. Little things here and there, but primarily Nothing But Thieves. And I will talk about them later.
Yeah, they're solid, man. It has been fucking 2 months, dude. Like a lot of stuff has come out. I've listened to a bunch of it. I've actually been, it hasn't been a lot of like one thing, as in like not one artist or even one genre, but I've been using SoundCloud a lot more. So SoundCloud is like SoundCloud is a service where anyone can upload their shit, but a lot of like major people upload all, like Kanye uploaded singles onto SoundCloud first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyone can use it, and they just put in this new radio feature. So kind of like Spotify Radio, but for some reason Spotify Radio was the worst because I used SoundCloud Radio and it was fucking killer from the get-go. It's basically just the related tracks, but I think now they must have improved it somehow. I'm not totally sure, but it's real good. So I've been finding a lot of like, I don't want to say like underground, but lesser known artists that like I do end up finding on Spotify, but I never would have found them through Spotify because their radio algorithm is horrendous. Just horrendous. Yeah.
Spotify's yes.
It's no good. I pay for it and it's no good. It bums me out.
Yeah, they need something new.
Yeah.
So this whole like, oh, you're listening to the Black Keys. Have you heard of Dan Auerbach?
Would you like to hear 3 songs from his album and then another Black Keys song and there's no diversity whatsoever? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, I got big onto SoundCloud because I started listening to this DJ Oliver Heldens. He's from Europe somewhere, but he's got a very like really rad UK like dance club vibe to him, like very upbeat tracks. Like it's not like the stuff that you get on the radio in America, but you could definitely seeing it being played on the radio in Europe. Like it's cool, it sounds cool. Like you feel like a cool person when you listen to it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So a lot of him, a lot of rap music, as they say. The new Future album came out, and I listened to that a bunch. And some people don't like Future, but fuck it, I think he's rad, and it's pretty good album.
Future collaborate with Kanye?
I'm sure he has.
I thought Kanye had like some play in Future's album, or maybe it was Future had a play in Kanye's album.
The only feature in the new Future album is The Weeknd on one of the tracks. That's really good. Other than that, I'm pretty sure it's all just him. But and then I've been listening to a lot of a little bit more Wiz Khalifa, which I don't like him as much, but then his new album came out, and he has a lot of really good artists that he's worked with, so I'm a lot more down to listen to his stuff than I would if it was just him. So
All right.
it's good. It's pretty much been it. And then, like I said, a lot of different like SoundCloud random artists that I'm gonna save for the recommended tracks at the end. But I guess the last one that I've listened to is that new Rihanna album. God damn,
Oh,
that girl is still got it, son. So
Auntie?
good. Yeah. Like, it is a lot different from her older stuff, and it's moving in a direction that I can totally get down with. 'Cause it's like about more low beat, kind of weird. It's not like super like it's definitely on the radio because it's Rihanna, but unless
Right.
if it was some random artist who wasn't Rihanna, but it was the same song, like this would never get radio play. So that's what makes me happy, is that she's making stuff that you wouldn't hear on the radio 4 years ago.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's about it.
I realized I was kind of going through like some of their stuff I'd recently played, and like outside of Nothing But Thieves, I'd also gone back and listened to like a little bit of Explosions in the Sky.
Dude, yes.
I met this
That'll
guy
come up later.
I met this guy who turned me onto a band called Comtruise, like
Okay.
Tom Cruise, but C and the T switched.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him.
Comtruise. A little bit of Tycho, and then I found this band called Melk Belly. MELK Belly.
Milk Belly? Oh,
No,
Milk Belly.
Melk Belly.
That is
they're actually
confusing.
like they're actually like the Chicago indie rock outfit. I just saw that they were actually playing in Madison like over the weekend, and I'm also interested in possibly trying to find a way to play a show with them, because they're kind of up. We're kind of up in the same music,
Yeah.
like music genre wise. But I listened to their stuff on Spotify. They're actually pretty good.
Nice. It's always good to get into new stuff, man. That's why I like the beginning of the year so much, because that's probably like my favorite time to be like, all right, new year, let's like start off with something fresh that winter, like early new year winter is definitely when I start exploring different genres. So like the whole UK dance EDM scene, like I mean I listen to DJs that are from Europe, but like I don't know, this is just a different sound than I have been used to. So I've been digging hearing that quite a bit. So
cool.
All right, well let's move on real quick. It's been 2 months. You live in Chicago now, so I'm positive you've been to some good concerts.
Almost
sure of it.
You would actually be wrong.
Oh no!
I haven't been to a concert all year outside of my friends playing their own show. I wish.
You have a job now. What are you doing?
I know, and I work, so like I'm a working man right now.
That's good. That's good.
Making that dough. No, there was a couple of concerts I wanted to go to. Wolfmother played last week Thursday, and Highly Suspect also played last week Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And G Love was in town, and I didn't get to go to any of them because I went to go buy a ticket, and both shows were sold out. So I was like,
bummer.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I wish I could say I'd been to some sweet shows, but I've been lacking, dude.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I haven't been. I have potential shows coming up that I'm super excited for, but I mean,
Didn't you go to one over the weekend?
Yeah, I went to. Okay, well, this is not music related, but Friday I went to the Randy and Mr. Leahy show at the Majestic.
Okay.
I don't know if you watch Trailer Park Boys. They're two hilarious characters from Trailer Park Boys, and they did a comedy show at the Majestic. It was fantastic. Highly recommended.
That's what you want to do. Okay.
Yeah, but no, Sunday I did go to Hoodie Allen at the Orpheum.
Oh, nice.
Hoodie Allen's not for everyone. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he's the best ever, but it was a great show. Like he's definitely a rapper. You think it's just him and a DJ, like a producer or whatever. But he had a full band and like a big show, and he was like was super good with the crowd, and it was very entertaining. Enjoyed it quite a bit. But yeah, I've got a G-Eazy show at the end of the month. He's kind of similar to Hoodie Allen, but just like bigger, blowing up because his like sophomore album came out. So
yeah,
he's all famous and shit. And then Flight of the Conchords just announced a tour.
I saw that.
And I believe if they're going to Chicago, which I'm positive of, you should fucking go. We are buying tickets to the Milwaukee show, Crystal and I cannot wait. It is going to be amazing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I haven't really even looked at bands in town, even like see what's coming. I feel like there's some good stuff coming up that I'm probably like I should be.
Well, yeah, Chicago. There's always good shit. There's always good shit coming up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I gotta get back in the swing of things like that. I need to. I want to go to some concerts. I haven't been in a while. I think the last one I went to was like when I had that whole string of ones that I went to, like the Arcs, and then it was like that night that I saw Highly Suspect, Foals, and Silver Sun Pickups.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. You had a good stretch. I think that's how it goes. I think like it's hard to go to shows throughout the entire year just because it gets so fucking expensive. But I feel like for me, I have like, it'll be like little chunks of like a month or two where like a bunch of shit happens. Like this month I've got Hoodie and then G-Eazy at the end of the month. And I think it's probably going to be pretty dry up until Bonnaroo. And then right after Bonnaroo is Flight of the Conchords. And then there'll be another little dry spell.
Are you going to Bonnaroo?
I am. I'm going to Bonnaroo. I am a bastard. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So okay, so that was a little bit of recap of what we've been listening to, what we've been doing. Mm-hmm. So let's this is a topic-based show.
This is a topic-based show.
So we come to the table with topics. The proverbial table.
The proverbial table.
So what do you got?
You have a topic?
Not really. Kind of, but you're gonna go first anyway, so I can form it whilst you go.
Fuck. Well, my topic really, I just wanted to review the fuck out of that new Nothing But Thieves album. That was
okay.
It was
all right. Fucking broke ass music review, first one.
Yeah.
You have something prepared, or are you just gonna ramble about it for 4 minutes?
I'll probably just ramble for 4 minutes.
All right, very professional. It is broke ass. I mean, it's in the title. They can't expect anything from us.
Don't expect perfection. That's if this was perfect, we wouldn't have called it the Broke Ass Music Podcast.
Absolutely, sir.
I literally texted him about an hour and a half ago asking, "Hey, do you want to record a podcast? We haven't done it in a while." And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Hey, you don't have to lift the curtain that much. Come on, man. You're lifting the curtain too much. You need to let it down a bit. They already know that you're just gonna ramble.
All right.
This is how this will work. You're gonna. First off, this is how we're going to start. We're going to start with the end. Give me one sentence of how you would review the album. Just one sentence.
A strong debut.
Okay, now I'm going to pick that shit apart while you defend why you like it. So, let's start off with Nothing But Thieves. What kind of band is this? How many people are in the band?
So they're an alt rock outfit from Britain. Spotify would classifies them I would call them like a poppier, less conspiracy theory driven Muse.
Okay.
I think they're very similar to Muse. The guy actually sounds pretty similar, but they're not nearly as rock and like prog rock as Muse was.
Do they use like a lot of synths and like, I mean, you can just tell from later Muse stuff that they definitely use synths and stuff. Like think about that song Madness. Like that whole beginning is it like that?
Um, Not quite. There's it's I think it's still more guitar driven
Okay. And
than
I'm not saying that
it
Muse
is.
was never like that. I just think the more they went
No,
on, the less they were like that.
yeah, it's less synthy. Like it's it's like I don't know. I would it's close to like pop rock, but like pop rock and roll
Okay.
uh, is kind of how I see it.
All
Um,
right. So
there are let's see, one, two. There's five members in the band.
damn.
A singer, two
Damn.
guitarists, a bassist, and a drummer.
Okay. That's pretty standard for 5 people, so all
Yeah.
right. All right. So tell me about it. Why is it a strong debut? What makes a good strong rock debut? All
Um.
rock.
Well, you like for me, I don't think there was. Well, when like everything was, it was like a pretty single driven. It kind of reminded me like Highly Suspect. Like Highly Suspect, like it just sounded like a bunch of singles
So
that
like
were
the first
all
Foster
like
the People album, they have their
yeah.
pumped up kicks, and then they just every other song just sounds like it could have been on the radio forever.
For the most part, there are like a few really slow tracks um probably wouldn't fare well on the radio, like in terms like probably like the first four tracks are actually, three out of the first four tracks are actually lead singles off of this
Okay.
album. um did they have I think the album just has really good range because there's Band All the Music, which is no, that's not their heaviest one. They have a song called Painkiller, which is like it's probably like their hardest thing that they have. It's probably like their hardest rocking song. But then they also have like some really really soft, slow ballads.
Okay.
Stuff like If I Get High or Lover Please Stay. Um, I don't know, just the sound that they have on this album is really cool because it's dark, a little moody. I'm just really into dark, moody stuff. So like this, that's why this album really resonates with me so well. Um, like the opening track is like this kind of like subdued, uh, just like this subdued guitar part and like bass. It's got a lot of bass in it, which is really cool.
I like that. Gotta love bass.
And the singer is phenomenal. He reminds me a lot of Muse. Like you can actually hear, like it almost sounds like they recruited Matt Bellamy from Muse to sing on this album. Um, and topical wise, I'm just like really into it. There's a couple songs in there that I just like there's like 3 or 4 songs in this album that I just like repeat over and over and over.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
That's a
but
good
like
sign of a
I don't,
debut. It's a good sign.
yeah, it's not like tradition. It's not like these guys are very mindful of the music. The music's really well written. It's not necessarily like all like it's just not typical sounding alt rock. Um, they're very like the chord progressions and like the melodies and stuff that they write are not basic. It's like really well written music, and I think like they try to pride themselves on that. Like they want to focus on that. They're not here to just like make a radio single right away. Like they don't want to just make like a bunch of radio singles, even though like everything's just catchy enough the way it is. But yeah,
Okay. Well, no, it
I have,
sounds.
no,
I've definitely been meaning to give it a shot, especially just like, I mean, I see your shit on social media and you seem very into it. So I always try and say, okay, I need to give this a shot at some point. So that'll
Yeah.
definitely happen pretty quick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If I had to recommend, well, should I say that? I should probably say that for the end for our track recommendations. Yeah.
We'll get to that a little bit later. But anyway, another thing I want to talk about, that was kind of a tangent. This part probably could have went before your part, but I want to talk about some upcoming stuff because this spring is looking killer. So April is a huge month for me. It is the month of post rock. Like post rock is returning in a big way. So the Explosions in the Sky album comes out the 1st. The new Mogwai album comes out the 1st. And Hammock just announced a new album that comes out the 1st of April, all the same day.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Hammock?
Yeah, Hammock. A crazy
sweet.
A crazy amount of just like amazing like ambient post rock that like all on the same day. Seriously, that's gonna be the greatest work day ever for me. I'm just gonna fall asleep at my desk. That's gonna be huge. And then Deftones have their next album coming out since 2012. Comes out in April, and I'm super stoked for that. The first single off of it, Prayers/Triangles, I really liked. It's very good. It's very Deftones. Like Deftones, I don't know, their sound sort of like shifted at some point. I couldn't tell you when exactly. I just know that it definitely took a shift towards like a more like there's definitely still the like fucking loud in your face shit, but I think that they balance it really well with the atmosphere of each track that they put out. And like it's like ambient metal. I don't know, but it's very good. And I'm very much looking forward to that. And the thing is, I'm happy because these things are all coming out, but then it's like, man, what if they all go on tour? Then I have to see all of them. Fuck, that's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money.
That's true. Some of the other, I'm on Wikipedia right now looking at some of the other stuff that's coming out. The Last Shadow Puppets are releasing the same day as Mogwai and Explosions in the Sky.
April 1st. The new Weezer album comes out that day too.
Yes. April 1st is going to be a big.
Oh my god.
Big day. And it's the White Album. The Weezer's coming out with their White album. Right,
the next colored album. Because that last one was no good. Last one was no good. And then, okay, so let's even just go 1 week later, literally. That's when the Deftones album comes out, the 8th. Frightened Rabbit, who have been gone for a couple of years, coming out with a new album that they just announced like a week ago. Lumineers' sophomore album comes out. M83 looks like they have something coming out. I'm not sure if it's a full album or not. I haven't looked into that. But goddamn, like it just keeps rolling. April is a very good month. Spring, dude. Spring is like the new fall. Like, I feel like fall used to be the big, like everything comes out in fall, you know? But no.
Right.
Like I feel like spring is people want that shit. They want that April, May release.
One album I want to mention, it's actually coming out in March. The only reason I'm really talking about it is only because Josh Homme played a part in it. But the new Iggy Pop album, Post Pop Depression, I don't know if you've heard any of the stuff that's been coming out.
I heard like the first song, the first
Gardenia.
Yeah, whatever that first one was.
Yeah. So like that, I actually listened to Gardenia. I actually really like that. I wouldn't consider myself a big Iggy Pop fan.
Me neither. Me neither.
I don't listen to. Like, I probably know some of his stuff. Like I wouldn't. You'd have to tell me.
He's an influential person. Like I'm not trying to deny his fame or anything. It's not.
Oh no.
Just not for
Yeah.
me, so I don't really care. Josh Homme pulls me in way more than Iggy Pop does, and I assume it's probably Josh doing like some instruments and maybe a couple backing vocals, but I feel like it's an Iggy Pop album, so
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, like the only reason I'm even remotely excited for it is just because I heard Josh Homme was tagged in on it. So like I'm just because I'm like a giant Josh Homme fan, I'd be interested to hear the rest of it, considering I actually kind of like Gardenia.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that'll be good, man. Yeah, like I said, spring, dude. It's good shit. Whew, we blew through all that stuff really quick. I thought that would take much longer. So I guess what we definitely need to start talking about, we gotta talk about that Kanye stuff, man.
Yeah.
And not just that kind of stuff, that title stuff, because apparently I saw this today on Reddit that they're getting sued because they're not paying their royalties that they were so adamant about paying their artists.
Really?
Yeah. I would have to go back and try and find the article in Reddit or wherever it linked to. But yeah, I saw something about them getting sued because they weren't paying their royalties, which is like, oh my god, that's the funniest.
Totally ironic.
But okay, so Kanye West put out his latest album since I think 2013. Yeezus came out. It's called The Life of Pablo, which nobody knows what it means. It used to be called Swish or Waves.
Swish.
It used to be called Swish. I think before that it was Waves, but then he got in like a feud with Wiz Khalifa over Waves.
It was So Help Me God. It was called So Help Me God, and then he changed it to Swish, and then he changed it to Waves, then he changed it to
The Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo. Yeah. So that was a thing. And that so he released a couple tracks on release, but he put them up on SoundCloud. You could listen to it, and some of them were good. I really liked the one with Kendrick. I thought that was a really rad song. But like, you know, other than that,
it was the No More Parties in LA.
Yeah. But other than that, I didn't really listen to any of it because like, I'll just wait. I'm sure it'll come out on something. But then I totally forgot that he's like attached to Tidal. And so apparently, this is what I saw as stuff was coming out. Like this is over the span of like a weekend. So the album is put out for purchase on Tidal for like, I believe it was $20. $20.
Of course, because Kanye.
But then there are also like reports of the same album being sold at a different part of Tidal for $10. Okay. The fuck, it gets more interesting. Then there was some sort of bug with Tidal or just an error where people were purchasing it, like putting in like their cards were getting charged, but they were not receiving a download.
Whoa.
And so there was like this big fuss, and then like people were obviously sending in support requests to Tidal, but they weren't answering and they just weren't doing anything. So I mean, I have to say, to be honest, I don't know if that's since been rectified and people now have their stuff. But then, like after that weekend, Kanye pulled the album from Tidal because he wanted to fix tracks on it. He wanted to change them, like post-release, like the album was out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was out exclusively
and add more
on Tidal.
tracks too, wasn't it?
It's not something like that. Like I don't have all the facts, and some of that might be wrong. It's just kind of what I heard. Just kind of trying to be around it and keep up. But man, what the hell? That is crazy weird.
And then not to mention him having like this existential meltdown on Twitter.
Oh God, the only reason I followed him on Twitter was because of all this. Like that guy will just go in like bouts. Like my Twitter feed will be clear of him for days on end, and then all of a sudden it'll just be like 20 glorious minutes of all caps tweets from Kanye, and you're just so happy. I need to go find some of them because I know I retweeted a bunch of them, and I have to go look at them just to share. We're gonna do a little bit of show and tell here.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's such a weird release, like to be like, oh, here's my album. Wait No, changing the title first. Gonna add a few songs. Here's the release. No, wait, need to fix this song. Oh, and here's 5 more songs.
Okay,
Oh, now it's released.
I will say, okay, the last thing I retweeted from him was a string of 4 tweets, and I'm bummed out because I missed the 5th tweet that like begins everything. But anyway, he said some statement, and this is the following 4 tweets, and I was like, oh my god, it's like he had a brief glimpse of humanity. So he says something, and then he says, that statement hasn't been sitting well with me. That's a dated mentality. I'm not on that. Then the next tweet is, every rapper is somebody's favorite. The next tweet is, some rappers got the club, some got the radio, some got the conscience, some got the streets. Everybody has something they do the best. And then the last tweet was, a wise man should be humbled enough to admit when he's wrong and change his mind based on new information. I was like, oh my God, that's like a lesson everyone can learn something from.
Yeah.
Like wow. And then the earlier tweet is, please for all music lovers, please subscribe to Tidal! ! I decided not to sell my album for another week. Please subscribe to Tidal! And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's just some crazy dude. Like it's amazing. It's amazing. So it's been entertaining, to say the least. But but the thing that bums me out is I haven't listened to the album yet because I'm not going to pay for Tidal. I'm just not going to do it. And so if he puts it out on something else and doesn't have it available for purchase for $20, which is insane to ask of anybody for just a LP, I would consider buying it. And totally, because I've heard good things. I've heard that there are good ass tracks on that album. I don't have a way to listen to it unless I do it illegally, and I'm not above doing that kind of illegal thing to listen to stuff without paying for it, but I just don't have the patience anymore when I should be able to just go to SoundCloud or YouTube or Spotify and just, okay, it's there.
Yeah.
These things, this is way easier.
And he's adamant that it will never be on iTunes or anything like that. It will be on
Isn't
Tidal.
That crazy? That's nuts, dude.
But he also
think of how much money he's not making. And he did have another thing where he came out and asked Mark Zuckerberg for 58. Asked him for a bunch of money because he's like $50 million in debt. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're Kanye West. Why don't you just be smart and release your album to everybody and make all that money back? Because nobody wants to buy your. I honestly am curious how many he sold. I would really like to know. Or I'm curious if I'm not even sure if the album's still up for sale. I wonder if he's going to just release it again later in the year and be like, okay, this is the definitive edition. And I think if he does, he will renege on all that stuff and he will put it up for sale other places.
Well, he's also putting out a new album this summer.
Oh God.
Did you see that?
No.
I'm on his Twitter thing. February 26th, he says where was it? Where did it go? The hell is it? Yeah, so oh crap. Oh yeah, February 24th, new album coming this summer. February 26th, my next album is titled TurboGrafx 16 as of now.
I hope that's real. Because I mean, from what I did hear about the album, I think I watched the Needle Drops review and I believe he said something along the lines of like it's a lot of ideas kind of smushed together into an album. And that's just, I feel like for something like Kanye that doesn't really work. I feel like he does better when he takes one idea and runs with it. Like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy did that. It's a great album. Even 808s and Heartbreak did that, and it was awesome. Yeezus I didn't like as much, but I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It just keeps a rolling. The good times with him.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. That's the thing. Like he's a guy who like I can actively kind of not like, but at the same time, I am hella curious about everything he does. I just need to know what it is.
Yeah,
I just need to know. He's so interesting. Like usually people like that would just maybe be like, fucking fuck you. I don't want to hear about you at all. But this guy makes you want to hear about it. Like all
right.
that stuff is nuts.
Yeah, it's everything just is so outlandish. It's oh, Zuckerberg, I need $53 million. Oh, I'm putting
Please help me. Please help me.
I just released an album, and now this summer I'm going to release another album called TurboGrafx 16. Um,
Whatever.
and
Whatevs.
to have the album debut at Madison Square Garden, where he just literally turned on his computer and is like, play. Like,
That's right.
what
I
other
totally
what
forgot
other
about that.
what other artist is like, hey, I'm gonna have an album release party at Madison Square Garden, and I'm just literally gonna turn on my computer and you're gonna listen to it.
He's just like he just strolls in there with his like MacBook and he's like, "Yo, got an auxiliary cord or something." You
Like
plug this in.
I don't even know if he just like had the music and he rapped over it live, or whether he just like literally was just like, I'm gonna open up my iTunes thing where I have all my song files. And I'm just gonna play these for you.
Didn't it cost like $1,000 to get in there too? Like
Probably,
$1,000 to go to
Pro-
that.
probably.
Oh man. Oh man, Kanye. Whew.
Like what other like I feel like the only other person that could successfully pull that off and make like hella money would be Taylor Swift.
I guess, but she would never do that because she loves her fans too much. She
Right.
loves her fans too much to be stupid and do weird shit. You know what I mean? Like she may put out music that like challenges the way people think about her, but she'll always put it on iTunes. She'll always have a killer fucking music video and release it through a label, even if it's hers,
Right.
Kanye's like, fuck the game, man. I'm above the game. And you know
Right.
what, Kanye? Maybe you are. I don't know. I don't understand these kinds of things.
Yeah, Kanye is like one of the greatest enigmas of our generation.
He is a strange person. But hey, we need those kind of people. Maybe this inspires somebody who 5 years from now puts out something amazing because they're like, you know what, man? I took Kanye West, old fucking tired idea, and I just brought it back and made it amazing. So,
Yeah.
holy shit! There's a Kings of Leon album coming out this year. Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I'm looking at that same Metacritic, and there's like I'm just scrolling down this like stuff that technically might be this year, and like there's a new Radiohead that might be this year. Like holy shit, that's a
Chili Peppers.
That doesn't excite me as much. Offspring kind of does. That'd be interesting. Vampire Weekend. Oh shit.
But without the bassist, their original bassist left.
I have no infatuation with the bass in those songs.
Who really has an infatuation with any bassist?
I don't know.
With the exception of like Flea.
Yeah, right. That's true. Drake's new album comes out next.
No offense to our friend Logan Hendricks if he's listening to this podcast.
He's not. It's fine. Basses for failed guitarists. Anyway.
True.
Yeah. Hashtag true. All right. Well, okay. I think we had a good about a solid hour almost. So I think we should finish off with some track recommendations.
Yeah.
From what I just decided is going to be a new playlist for 2016. Fucking old tired 2015 playlist is done. We're deleting it. It's gone.
All right.
We're just gonna start a new one. It's gonna be the Broke Ass Music Playlist. I think that's a good title actually. We'll share that out just like we did the old one, and I'll link you to it. But we're starting fresh, so I say there's no limit. Just throw you can throw out as many tracks as you want, but you have to fucking put them on the Spotify playlist if they are on Spotify. You have to. It is required.
It is required.
It is required. So we don't have to even go back and forth. We're gonna fucking do this live. This is a live show, everybody. I'm gonna do it this time.
We're going off the rails.
We're going off the fucking rails. The fucking Catalina wine mixer. Okay, broke ass music playlist. There it is. It's a collaborative playlist, so you're able to add shit to it. All right. Throw out some tracks.
All right. So I've been really hyping up this band, Nothing But Thieves. Tracks I am loving off of the album right now is a song called Honey Whiskey.
Okay.
It's actually it's like Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys. It's almost got the exact same riff.
Really?
It's
That's interesting.
It's pretty close, but it's I don't know, the drums sound cool, but it's, I don't know, it's just this really sexy track. I love it.
Okay,
Honey
good.
Whiskey.
So we're on the playlist.
Yeah. Did you make it collaborative?
I did. So you're just gonna go to my page. Should be the fourth. It should be one of the whatever. I unfollowed yours, so it should be on their Broadcast Music playlist. Anyway, I'm gonna throw a bunch of different tracks out there that this is super recent stuff. So Skrillex did a collab with Team Easy Y. I have no idea, and then I don't even know how to pronounce this either. It's NJOMZA, whatever. It's part of some collaborative album that people were doing. Came out on Spotify. Super good. It's going on the playlist. It's a lot like Jack U. It's not like crazy dubstep Skrillex like you're thinking of. It's like more Jack U, Justin Bieber song, whatever that one was. Then we also have the newest Rihanna single, Work, from the album Anti. That shit's going on the playlist. So fucking good. Next, we have. Ooh, is this new enough? Yeah, this is new. So Miguel put an album out last year, a little bit later last year. It was in contention for our top 10 albums of the year on the old podcast, but he just put out a little remix album for the song Waves, which is off his newest album called Wild Heart. Yes, Wild Heart. And it's a remix with Travis Scott, who people might know from that song Antidote, or that new Wiz Khalifa song Bake Sale. He's also on that hot number. So
sweet.
That's going on the fucking playlist. All right, I've done a couple. You're up.
I'm going to throw on Wolfmother released some new music. Their new album called Victorious. It's pretty badass. I think Wolfmother trying to return back to old Wolfmother.
Ooh, how old? Cosmic Egg or further back? The Golden Age.
To me, it sounds a little more cosmic.
That alone says no.
Like
that just there, your hesitation is just like no. You're not getting a white unicorn, buddy. You're not getting to where the Eagles have been.
I mean, like it still kind of sounds. I don't know if it's gonna be like debut album. I don't know if it's debut album good, but like some of the stuff that I've listened to, I haven't listened to the entire album yet, but I've listened to a few tracks off it. The first one, the first track on the album, "The Love That You Give," like it sounds like good, like it sounds like good old Wolfmother.
Okay, but is it like fucking Dimension good, where like the first thing you hear is that dude screaming into the microphone, and then it just goes to this crazy good song?
It's got a pretty good riff to it, like a pretty heavy riff to it.
Okay, I'm gonna judge that shit after this.
Okay.
Because fucking A. Goddamn.
It's not on Spotify yet. It will be on Spotify this Friday, but Highly Suspect has already released a new song.
Yeah. I saw that today.
called Sarah. It's like it's a made up word, the combination of serotonin and California.
Okay.
Their lead singer like took a trip after their tour was done and like but wrote this song. I think I actually saw this played live when I saw him. But it's really cool. Like their lead singer just like wears his heart on his sleeve and all his lyrics, so it's really cool. He talks about he wants to get high with Lana Del Rey and
Nice. Me too.
and like
I love that.
right. So when that does get released on Spotify this Friday, like right now there's just a YouTube video up of it, but Serotonia Suspect is pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other. I'll add a couple. I'll add another Nothing But Thieves track. All the lead singles are good, but I'm really into a song called "Drawing Pins." That's pretty. That's like one of. It's probably like my second favorite track on the album. Because it's like the unassuming like low bass line or something, and then like the chorus is just like totally in your face.
Nice.
It's really good.
Always good. Always good. All right.
Yeah.
These next tracks, the bangers. Got some bangers.
The bangers.
Okay, so you probably won't know any of these people, and that's okay. So, smaller rappers Futuristic and Devon Terrell put out a collaboration album called Coast to Coast. It came out later last year, like late fall and winter. Just discovered it after the new year. Fucking killer. Lots of good ass bangers. So gonna put the track I Want It All on there. That's a good one. Next we have a track off of Eric Bellinger's new album. He's sort of like he's like a guy you put on your 2 Chainz song for the chorus, but he put out his own album, and it's super fucking like way better than it has any right to be. So we're gonna throw the song Valet with Fetty Wap and 2 Chainz on the playlist.
Right.
And then lastly, Fifth Harmony just put out a new tune with Ty Dolla $ign. It's called Work From Home. It's fucking banger. That one's going on the playlist as well. I don't even need, once you hear it, oh my God, you're just going to freak out and listen to it all day. So those 3 are on the playlist.
Sweet. Another song I wanted to throw on, we talked about that new Iggy Pop album that's coming out. So I want to throw on the song Gardenia, one of the songs that was a collaboration with Josh Homme. It's just a really cool song. Like it's really vibey.
Yeah, that sounds
I
very
don't know if
Iggy
anyone will
Pop-like.
understand what I mean by vibey, but it's just got this really cool vibe sound to it. I don't know how to describe it.
Say whatever you will about those 2 working together, if you like it or not. At least it's interesting. That's cool. That like people from like I like that Josh Homme's not afraid to work with artists from different generations of music. You know, like he did with John Paul Jones with fucking Them Crooked Vultures. You know, he's just like, fuck it, let's see what we can put together and do. And Them Crooked Vultures is amazing. And although I don't think this will be anything like that, I'm at least interested enough to give it a shot.
Right.
Just because I trust him.
And then, oh man, so I almost forgot about this. Jake Bugg.
We've talked about him before. He is quite good.
We've talked about Jake Bugg. You like him?
Yeah. I mean, he's not like crazy good, but he's got a great voice and he's a killer guitar player.
Yeah, so he's actually released 2 singles recently. The most recent one it's called "Give Me the Love," and it's not like anything Jake Bugg's done before. It's
cool.
like to me it sounds like Danger Mouse collaboration Black Keys
Oh wow, shit.
combined with like 90s Chili Peppers. Like
I have no idea
Californication,
what
by
that.
the way.
I don't know. Huh. I'm gonna just have to listen to that one.
Yeah, it's really weird because like he almost kind of he's singing really fast, but it almost comes off like this Anthony Kiedis rapping, which is
Interesting.
so weird because he's like his other two albums, like he sounds like a 19-year-old pissed off John Denver / Bob Dylan.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, the song is called "Give Me." Song is called "Give Me the Love." I'm still not exactly sure how I feel about it. I feel like it's cool because he's experimenting outside of just playing like really simple four to the floor guitar, like guitar bluesy tunes.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, it's just interesting. You just have to listen to it and figure it out for yourself.
um, yeah, he's a real good artist. So that's good shit. All right,
Yeah,
closing out. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that's all I have for my tracks.
Close out the recommendations with a couple more tracks, but these are not on Spotify, at least that I know of yet. So this is a remix of a cover. So if anyone knows who Charlie Puth is, he is the dude who did that song "See You Again" with Wiz Khalifa for Fast and Furious 7. I'm sure everyone's fucking heard it on the radio. Anyway, him and some female artist, Kehlani, not totally sure if that's pronounced right, they did a cover of Hotline Bling and sort of like a slow, just played over piano, and like they just sing really well instead of Drake. Not that Drake doesn't sing necessarily well, but you know, they're like classically trained singers. Anyway, so this guy, well, the name of the artist is Glix, Glixx, and it's actually a side project of Roald Velden, who is a crazy good progressive house DJ. Anyway, it's a remix cover, and it's super good because the vocals are like beautiful, and then it's got this really good beat to it, but the beat isn't like overpowering in a way that makes you like makes it hard to hear. So that one's on SoundCloud if you want to take a look at that. And we have let's see what it's called. Sorry, this is all stuff that I just recently found. Okay, so earlier I talked about Oliver Heldens, and so DJ, UK producer. A lot of DJs these days have radio shows that they do like once a week. So it's basically a podcast, but it's just them being like, "Hey, this is me. I'm just gonna play music that I've been into for an hour." And it's kind of rad. So Oliver Heldens has one. It's called Hell Deep, and he puts it out every Saturday, and it's like an hour long. It's really good. He just puts a lot together, different stuff that he likes, remixes and original tracks, and even some debuts as of late, since he's kind of gaining more traction. But he didn't put it out, but on one of the latest ones, it's a track called Wildfire, and the band's called Seafret, and they're like a UK folk group. And this artist Autograph, Autograph, put out a remix. So that's on Spotify. Or no, it's not on Spotify. That's on SoundCloud. Give that shit a listen. And then finally, we have the latest release from Midas, who is a Philadelphia-born, classically trained pianist who turned into a progressive EDM, dubstep, kind of whatever DJ. His latest EP called Foundations today, actually. So that's on SoundCloud as well. Super good if you're into that kind of stuff or have liked basically anything that I've recommended before. You will enjoy it. Whew. Okay, we did it.
We did it.
That was a lot, but shit.
It's good.
Yeah, we already have like 41 minutes of music on that podcast, on that playlist.
Damn.
Killing it. All right, man. It's been about an
All
hour.
right.
Why don't you take us out?
Cool. This has been the Broke Ass Music Podcast with Seth Arp and Zachary Westcott. So today is stay broke.
Broke as shit.